Alright, so. Yeah, piece of Parmesan cheese still stuck in my throat. Uh, so, last week, I had Discord problems, so I couldn't do my video notes. But, yeah, that's what memory's for, right?
Yep.
Sure.
So,
So
last week you all went to the party. You watched the spectacle of blue lava running down the railing of the stairs. And it looks like Arson is joining.
What's up?
Yeah, perfect timing. We were just getting the recap started. Started with all of you going to the party. Daehun had to leave his sword and shield at the check-in. Inside, once you are all introduced, the lights dimmed and blue lava ran down the railing of the stairs. There were a couple of short speeches, and then the night's festivities began. I believe first it was Mythlivia and Cerbon going over to talk to Rook and the Earl. But not before they caught sight of a tiefling that was claimed to have been, or will be executed. Not tonight, because that would spoil the evening. But eventually. Sterbon recognized this fellow as his brother. And so Mythlivia told Gorza to go break him out, essentially.
Well, Liv did that not knowing, or not realizing Sterbon and the captive were related. It was more so, Tieflings of Despater can prove to be useful if you butter them up. Rescue him.
Wonderful.
Tell me... Okay, well, Sterbon can tell Liv she's wrong. Sterbon's been useful after she's buttered him up.
Don't you feel used?
Yes.
So overhearing a conversation between Rook and the Earl, Liv had to take a little break because what she overheard did not make her happy. Then she subtly threatened both of them before noticing that Fleur was dancing and talking with the Emperor. And so decided to butt in on their conversation. While this was going on, Gorza accidentally ran into a dancing couple, one of whom was a gnoll by the name of Ebby. Or Ebrook, but you can call him Ebby for short. Really a nice fella. And as she was attempting to sneak away, she got caught by one of the guards. After being taken into an interrogation room, she did her best to keep her mouth shut before a second guard came into the room and stabbed the guard that had caught Gorza, revealing himself to be Ono Toru of the Eclipse Adventuring Party. And so the two of them decide to join forces, essentially. Miss Olivia had a nice talk with the Emperor, with Fleur and Cerebon standing right there, also subtly threatening him. And I think the last thing that happened really of note was that Miss Olivia gave the Prince of Ogd a vial of napalm, as well as a modified napalm recipe.
And a business card. Don't forget the business card.
Business card? What business card? That didn't happen.
Yeah, that natural 20 shows that no one noticed, but Liv did give him a business card.
What are you talking about? Liv didn't hand anything to him.
Of course, of course. It's just a pleasant conversation between two nobles.
Yes. Cassandra of Agia and insert alias here, Sarsk. I hope you came up with a alias of some kind, Ender.
Well, I think I had one and didn't write it down. Let's check.
But since Soul wasn't here last time,
Yeah, right.
you want to kind of recap what everyone's costumes looked like?
For poor Arson. Well, okay. Well, starting with poor Arson's, because Soul wasn't here last week. It's very much, it's not dissimilar to how, like, his fancy clothes are. But it's all black with a hooded cloak that he could drape over himself if he wants to be an edgy fucking bastard.
Absolutely. I agree with this design.
His mask is that of a crow or a magpie, except where the sort of like a plague doctor or masquerade mask, except where the eye slits are, there are tinted lenses, so he's still technically wearing his aviator sunglasses.
God.
There's also
really thought of everything.
There's also like two big pieces of like crow feather plumage that stick out from the mask to make it like angry eyebrows, sort of like the fucking Angry Birds. It should be worth noting the entire like cloak and all strewn throughout the inner clothings are what is it, crow feathers, and she noticeably also modified Audrey's scarf / the new waterproof sleeve Arson she made for Arson to fit over it like effectively crow feathers, so it will look like a plumage, like a string of plumage just coming out from his now regular arm, but once upon a time water arm. As for his younger sister who's currently babysitting him, hers takes on a much more tribal design. It should be worth noting that obviously the fossils are strewn throughout, and on the mask there are little teeth jutting out to show that it's an Archaeopteryx. Since obviously we don't have exactly feather impressions of the Archaeopteryx, we don't know what their plumage looked like, so she basically grabbed any feather she could fucking find and just sort of attached it. Moreover, on Harmony's gauntlets, there are little pieces of like flint and obsidian and the likes to sort of make makeshift brass knuckles in case shit gets ugly and Harmony has to throw a punch.
Not like she needs it.
Not that she needs it, but she might enjoy it. As for Daehoon, who is also currently being babysat by the best daughter in the fucking world, apparently, his armor's more or less the same, but his cape has been switched out for a more so like gray cowl with gray turning into blue and green feathers, clearly harvested from the local pigeon population. And he's also wearing what's effectively a helm, switching out his normal one that juts out as a pigeon face, and instead of the normal eye slits, there are massive fucking googly eyes in it to make him look stupid as shit. It's very clear that Liv did this on purpose and didn't tell Daehoon until the night of, so Daehoon didn't have any other costume to wear. As for Sturbon himself is very indicative of the region, and it is a golden eagle in design. Liv left little crevices and shit in case he wants to add sticks or berries or whatnot, but it's very nice clothing with think sort of like you know how, and don't misconstrue this, but you know how like Prince Andrew dressed in his dress uniform before he fucking died. Uh, think like that, but without all the pedophilia and rape. As for Livs herself, it's a very Greek design, but in her mask with like bright red plumage and little strips of the shirt that she got stabbed in by Fiona that are actually bloodstained, making a crest around her breast area because she is a bleeding heart dove. Her mask is a sort of mix between sort of like the tragedies or the muses and Greek plays and the masquerade balls and Venice's festival. As for Gorza's also incorporates her armor. It should be worth noting her stupid fucking dodo mask juts out about a foot in front of her face. Um, it's almost as big. It's almost as big as Brand's plague doctor mask, but without all the funky shit to filter out 99% of germs. And it uses a lot of the gray and black feathers from Liv's and Daehoon's costumes because all three of them are technically in the same cloud of birds or pigeons. Um, and that's Gorza's. Gorza's is difficult because obviously she's wearing armor. Similar to Daehoon, she does also have a cape though. And then for finally Fleur's armor is that of Furasode kimono, with swan feathers. At least at the start of the night, were pure white, but they gradually got dyed with a time release function to black. So some of the feather. So this is what, about halfway through the party, Arthur.
A third.
Okay, so yeah, some of the feathers are like in the have already turned black or in the process of turning black, but it's still mostly white. It will continue as the night goes on. She is wearing a swan mask and carries with her a fan like that of, well, geisha or that sort of thing in Japan. It's very Japanese inspired, to say the least. And that's the Order of the Swan, LLC. Copyright.
Yes, the cohorts Rama, Libertas's party were very original in that they did the bare minimum. Just whatever fine clothes they could scrounge up and a mask. Meanwhile, the Eclipse. Their centaur friend, wears what appears to be a lion hide. That, if you look closely, it looks like it's being stretched over armor. But from a distance, it looks a bit tight, but otherwise it looks fine. Aganai has what looks to be like a face of a demonic being, while also wearing a yukata. He's currently he's walking around with a cane. Though you don't remember him getting any serious leg injuries. At least not recently. Aoyama is similarly dressed, wearing a blue yukata with a Japanese draconic mask. As far as Arson's aware or concerned, Better Arson is not present.
Gasp, my rival. Where is he?
Instead of Better Arson, there's a female water genasi with them.
Oh, well, that can't be Better Arson.
No.
Better Arson's my bro.
Yeah. Wearing a hanfu with a feline mask. Specifically, that of a Chinese lion.
Cool. Cool.
And, I believe that's all the important people. But, let us turn our attention over towards, this little trio over here. Daehun is, looks to be like he's, deep in thought. Harmony appears that, she is half paying attention to what's going on at the party, half looking out the window, though still keeping an eye on the two of you.
Whatever for. Arson is well known to be well behaved at gatherings.
Mm-hmm.
Pasmir told me to watch you.
Damn it. Well, if that's so, I mean, here's the thing, though. Liv, Liv and Fleur, and maybe even Daehun and Sturban, all have, a goal here. Arson's mostly just along for the ride, so...
They stabbed Nice Mom. We're here to get revenge.
Yeah, this isn't really Arson's plan. He's mostly just here in case that goes south and someone needs, a lightning bolt to kill everyone in the nearest vicinity, so...
Yes, thank you. Thanks for the reminder. As soon as you stepped on... Huh? What?
Nothing.
As soon as you stepped onto the premises, your water arm became fire.
Yeah, okay, well, there's no magic here. Guess it's just my trusty crossbow. I assume there's also no weapons?
Yes, there's no weapons.
Then it's my sharp wit that's gonna save me.
Don't worry, we're trying to turn the magic back on.
Cool, okay. Well, if that's the case, then I guess Arson's gonna try to do, information recon. I think he's gonna try his best to mingle with the guests at this party, despite being very under-equipped to deal with people of high society.
you would have seen it for a brief little period of time uh, over this way. You have seen Gorza talk with a big dog-like person. Kind of reminds you of a gnoll.
Okay.
Well, I say dog-like when it's really a hyena-like person. Semantics.
Even more sick. Let's see. What about this line guy? Is he part of us or is he someone else?
This guy?
Yeah.
That's Tyros.
Okay, never mind. You know what? Maybe okay. I'm gonna get the ball rolling. Between Arson and Better Arson. I think he's going to go up and try to talk to her. He still doesn't know it's Better Arson, but he's gonna try to talk to her and be like, "Hey, we're both Ganassi. Cool party, right?"
A bit of an issue in that both she and Aoyama are currently dancing.
Aw, man.
But as you're thinking about this, a man comes over to your little trio. It pains me to see such a beautiful young lady. Doesn't appear to be enjoying herself and not taking part in the night's activities.
I assume he's talking to Harmony.
Yeah, Harmony has a bit of a wide-eyed look. Like,
No, Soul. Daehoon's obviously the beautiful lady, not.
I mean, clearly. Just look into his eyes.
Well, he's not enjoying himself, but he's not beautiful nor a lady.
Beauty comes in all forms.
Yeah, it takes Harmony's hand. Right, shall we? Shall you give me the pleasure of a dance? As he's kind of leading Harmony away, you hear her say intraconically, Arson, help.
Shit. Hey, guys. Actually, please tell me there's like a food table around here. We're gonna get drinks. Come on, Harmony, let's go get drinks. And he's just gonna, like, very quickly run off to wherever the food table is.
Yeah, that's like, over in this direction.
Awesome, we're going over here now.
So, do you, like, grab Harmony's arm and drag her over?
You know that, like, arm crossy thing people do? That's what we do.
And just like siblings, as soon as you get far away enough, you kind of throws you away, like, and disgust, like, thank you.
Just gives her like 2 thumbs up. And also now we're near the food table, so really this is the best part that could have happened tonight.
Oh shit. Oh no, Sturbot and Liv are also there spiking the punch. Oh no!
Arson's just like, hey, does this punch taste really good for some reason?
Oh no. Please tell me Arson's not taking the punch.
Give me a punch, that's true.
Arson just starts pulling flasks out of every nook in his suit and just starts filling them.
Yeah, let's take care of that very quickly.
Cool. Yeah, as Arson does this, Liv will reach over from what she's doing and smack his hand down. then pull out one of her flasks from her now regular purse, but once upon a time bag of holding it, and hands it to him. Drink that if you must drink, you idiot.
Like, come on! I was gonna make this party more fun.
Yes, that's the plan. Now pour it back. She says, shaving some of the forbidden pop rocks into this drink too.
And he's like, oh, I totally was just going to drink this. All right, and he just starts. Should I do like a sleight of hand to see if I can put it in the bowl discreetly?
Both of you roll sleight of hand.
Oh boy. Hold on. Roll 20 is loading. Cool.
Jesus of Nazareth.
Well, you give it to me. I don't know if I did a good job in pouring it in the bowl, though.
Hey. Someone
Can I tell the
accidentally
fuck up?
bumps you in the back and you spill it on the table.
Okay. Just put the damn flasks away, Arson.
It just starts, like, taking the tablecloth and trying to put it into the punch.
Arson.
Like, wring it out into it.
Liv is just going to smack Arson on the back of the head like a mom would to her son. Just... Wait, where the fuck is Daehoon?
We left him alone.
Oh, dear God. Harmony, please drag your brother back and go find the paladin.
That creepy guy.
Getting hit on, and she, like, was not down with that, so we just kind of made a break for it.
Oh, understandable. 1 second. Arson, don't do anything stupid, Harmony. But you know. And, Sturbon, you're the designated adult. Keep doing what you're doing. To which she's going to
intimidating.
run over to the man who is hitting on Harmony and Daehoon.
That does remind me. It should also be pointed out that of the people dancing, it's not just male-female couples dancing, but it's also same-sex couples dancing as well.
Sick.
And it doesn't even necessarily look like people that are going out together. It's just whomever.
Diversity win. The evil dictator who tried to kill your girlfriend respects your pronouns.
Oh, I'm so happy about that. Evil dictator is an ally. Confirmed.
Oh, Daehoon is in a stupor. Hello, sir.
Oh, yes?
Yes, come on. Were you perchance bothering that young lady over there as she will tilt her head over to Harmony?
Bother is such a strong word. I merely offered her a chance to dance.
And did she show discomfort to that?
It is kind of hard to tell with the masks on.
Cool. Liv is going to, I'm assuming he has, like, one of those ruffled ties that, like, French aristocracy had.
That's a yes.
Great. She's gonna pull him down by that.
Cravat.
A cravat. Thank you.
Yeah. I got you.
Stare him in the eyes, like, if you look at him through the, if you were to look at her pupil, like, eyes through the eye slits, they're like burning with almost like blue flame to them. Now, I'm going to give you one warning and one warning only. I would not like to ruin this party. Do not speak to any of my entourage again. Are we clear?
We?
Yes, are we clear?
We are clear.
Good, good. She'll release him and pat him on the arm. Now, have a lovely evening. She'll turn around to Daehoon and in Infernal go, behave yourself. Okay, well, there, dealt with. Good news! Daehoon's currently in a... I'm not quite sure, you know, he just sort of goes like glassy-eyed and like kind of rigid every now and then.
All the
They
time.
drink a seizure potion.
I don't know if he drank a seizure potion, but he's in a stupor.
Nah, guys, listen, sometimes your body just, like, no brain mode. You got it? It's like...
It's very kind of weird, and I think, oh shit, he's T-posing.
Yeah, that's just a side
Maybe.
effect. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine.
That's easy for you to say. You do it all the time.
Well, okay, to be fair, I think in Arson's case, it's usually via drugs. I'm not quite sure with Daehoon.
I mean, fuck, man, it could be anything.
Let's just leave him in the
That man
corner.
is a cocktail of, like, disorders and possession, so...
Actually, we dealt with that possession, but yes, disorders.
Fuck, it's anyone's guess.
Let's just like leave him propped up in the corner like a suit of armor. We'll come
People
for him.
actually start mistaking him as a suit of armor.
We'll come back for him later. It's fine. He's going to behave himself.
Alright, Liv. What should our first course of action be, considering you're kind of the leader of this?
Yes, of course. Well, also it's Cassandra here. Aliases and all that.
Oh, right. Wait, does Arson have an alias?
Yeah, sure. Larceny.
Dude. I'll go by Larson. It'll be short for larceny.
Okay, Larson.
It's still just L with, like, before the rest of my name, but you know what? It'll work.
Look, I just went to the next crime I could think of that you usually commit.
I would be lying if I said I didn't want to go by Anna, which is short for anarchy, so... I guess we're both...
I was going to call you Homicide next, but...
Alright. Larson it is.
Okay, well, Lars. Yeah, you know what, Lars works better.
Lars is a name. Like, Lars is an actual name.
Yes.
Alright, Lars.
We can just say it's short for larceny. Okay, well, Lars, yes, well, currently, as you can see, we're putting in the Forbidden Power Box into the punch in case we need to make a quick and
Okay,
easy
wait,
getaway.
before I forget, your alias
Cassandra.
is Cassandra. Harmony, what's your alias?
Well, Harmony's a time-displaced, half-Rakshasa from the future. She doesn't really need an alias.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I could go by my given name, Natsuko.
Hatsuko?
Natsuko.
Okay. And then Sturbon, what about you?
Insert alias here.
Anthony.
Oh.
Anthony?
Anthony Sars.
Yes. Well, okay, so Tony. Okay, so Tony the Tiefling over here.
Cool.
Yes, well, as you can see, we're putting in the Forbidden Pop Rocks in case we need to maybe escape. Don't tell Nice Mom about this, by the way.
Arson's still taking that tablecloth. He's definitely saving it for later.
Wait. What was that?
Like, he just, like, has the tablecloth and he's just stuffing it down his sleeve.
No, not what you did, what Liv said.
We're putting the Forbidden Pop Rocks in case we need to make a speedy escape. Also, don't tell Nice Mom about this.
Got it.
We've told her not to drink the punch, but we haven't told her why. I think she knows why, but...
Best not to get Nice Mom angry.
Indeed.
Best not to make Nice Mom angry Mom.
Yes. It's always the quiet ones. Let's see. Gorza is currently trying to trying to rescue a hostage from the dungeons. Because, well, he's a part of the cult Despater. We can use him like quite well if we help him out, scratch his back and all that.
When you said it's always the quiet ones, they're the scariest. Like Harmony does a wide-eyed nod. like,
uh,
like of all the people that she was scared of the most, it was her birth mother.
let's see, what else? Oh yes, Forza also not having any magic. She's the one we sent out to shut off, turn the magic back on. You know,
I mean, she's probably the most useful of us without magic, so fair enough.
well, I would say Daehoon, but
Yeah,
oh,
he's.
oh shit, he's
We just
floating.
all look at him and he's still T-posing, and we're like, yeah.
I didn't know God was actually a worker at Bethesda. Very, very strange indeed.
I always thought that God was Todd Howard. Now it's confirmed.
Yeah, it just works, Arson. It just
It
works.
just works. Does it work well? No.
Anyways, so that's currently the situation. Let's see, other things. May have incited a rebellion.
Oh, that's my specialty.
You say that like, sweetheart, I've been committing
Look, I
political...
know it's not a good thing, but it's still my specialty.
No, she puts her hands on his shoulders and goes, "Sweetheart, I've been committing political espionage since before you were born. Mind you, I was like 5, but that
Hey, I'm still young. I can still learn.
well then, watch and learn, young grasshopper. Watch and learn."
He just does like a bow.
Liv will also bow right in front of Harmony. Mind you, yes, before you were born, I was like 5, but well,
Wait, are you really only 5 years older than me?
what, you're 16, she's 22?
Huh.
Yeah.
7
Look,
years.
okay, that second grade classroom will never be the same. I'd rather not
Great
talk.
classroom. There was gonna be so much like child trauma during that time. All right.
I would rather not talk about my childhood right now.
Like I am the reason why a child therapist like became a profession.
Well, actually, no, that would be my older sister, but yes. Three foul roods in a row for that poor teacher. Surprised she didn't commit suicide. But I digress. So there's that. We might have to Helgen this shit.
Okay, and by
that...
Helgen you mean like with the dragon?
Yes, with the big scary dragon.
Oh, okay.
Preferably without the almost getting our heads chopped off bit, but still.
Well, if we're breaking that tiefling out, it's almost exactly like that scene.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. That said, yeah, that weird space necro dragon, that is kind of raving mad, that you guys apparently talked to and did shit with in space. I cannot stress this enough. You guys went to fucking space.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
she did not let you guys live that down.
Yeah, he's apparently here.
Huh.
Mind you, she'll hold up her own gloved hand. Anti-magic field and all that means he's currently, like, normal. But, as soon as we turn the magic back on, sparks will fly. Probably quite literally in your case. So, yeah. Yeah. Liv's eyes then widen underneath her mask at that idea. It's like, actually, hold on a second. Shit. I'm gonna have to go do something. Don't worry about it. Liv will hand Harmony and Arson some of the fear crystals. Try to be discreet. Frankly,
Yeah,
if you have
but
any
you
questions,
know that I can't.
fair enough. She'll take the fear crystals back from Arson and hand them to Harmony. Try to be discreet. If you have any
Yeah, that's
questions,
very good considering. And he's just like,
if you have any questions, ask Uncle Sturbon here. And I hopefully will be back. I have a date with Destiny, let's say. Surprisingly, not actually a woman named Destiny this time. She is going to run off for well, shit. If the Emperor is right there and if it's in between songs, she'll stop and like skid to a halt right next to him.
Arson, you hear as Miss Olivia runs off, Harmony says, "Huh, that's the first time she canonically says Uncle Sturbon."
Oh, nice.
congratulations, you're now an uncle.
Yes, is the Emperor currently
Yes.
dancing? Or okay.
No, it's the dance floor is like these indicated by these
Then she'll
individuals.
stop, sort of like, two people like passing by whispering, and will sort of do like a little hymn because she doesn't want to touch the fucking Emperor next to him.
Yes.
Yes, hello, sir. She'll curtsy again just to be polite because, again, fucking Emperor. You said that, well, that creature from the mountains was currently in your dungeons, correct?
Not the dungeons. He's here of his own free will.
Oh, wonderful. Would it perhaps be too difficult to ask if I could speak with him?
Oh. I'm not
Yes.
necessarily the person you should be speaking to about that.
Oh,
I am as much of a guest here as you would be if you came here legally.
well, okay,
That's
I legally crossed the border. Trespassing is another matter entirely. Fine, I will go speak with the Earl if that's the case. Enjoy the party. She will keep running off, yell hey to Fleur and bye to Fleur as she runs past, and is going to come over to the Earl, and will tap him on the shoulder.
Yes.
I have heard from His Eminence that you have currently in your custody a dragonborn who came from the Montes Galati, a rather large, initially a rather large creature, as I take it, before anti-magic took over.
Yes. His
What
Eminence brought this up to you.
Yes.
Hmm.
He directed me to you, as I am currently inquiring if I could possibly speak with him.
Hmm.
I understand if this is too much to ask, but the Oracle placed great importance on this person, and well, well in Rome, do as you won't understand that. Well in Calbia, do as the Calbians. It uh, would hardly be wise to pass up such an opportunity to speak with someone that the Oracle of Apollo herself brought up. You must understand.
Uh, well, I have at least a vague understanding of who this Oracle of Apollo is, it is a bit difficult to speak with him, as he has requested to be left alone for a bit.
I have it on good authority that he might change his tune to myself.
Why might that be?
Oh, well. The Oracle speaks in cryptic nonsense, but he did foresee something coming between us. To mess with destiny is to defy the gods themselves.
Perhaps another time. Again, he has requested that he be left alone for the moment.
Of course. Of course. Well then, this is a lovely party. I will return to my, entourage then. Thank you for your time.
Alright, so, Gorza.
Yep.
Ono, like, basically leads you down, to what is essentially the basement, but, you know, like, with these large buildings, the basement is kind of just like another floor.
Mhm.
I kind of acting as an escort for you, and I'll eventually get to a door. Also, I now have let's see, actually, what was that button? You can now see what the guards actually look like. I can figure out what that button was, but yeah, just so that is essentially what the guard's appearance is. So imagine a person with a bird beak wearing that kind of that kind of uniform.
Think you can take me?
Don't forget me. So not the most comfortable thing. Like gets to a door, kind of like holds your hand up to stop. Places his head against the door, and then he'll draw out the sword and hand it over towards you, or hold it out towards you. The hilt pointed towards you.
Oh god. What do you hear? Oh no.
Fights might break out. Also, I get to try these for the first time. And he says once you take it, starts putting on. You're not exactly sure what they are, but once they're like kind of like gauntlets, but there's like a string attached with a little ring. Places the ring over. Well, it is basically his ring finger. And he does that for both arms. And he what's the term? He flexes the ring finger, and two blades come out of the sides of the gauntlets.
Oh damn. Where'd you get those?
Pyro made them.
Those are snazzy.
Trying them out for the first time. Hope they work.
I hope so too, man. I can't do this without you. Let's see what we can see.
Right. So, he opens the door, walks in, and then, kind of like how, in Assassin's Creed, you can, if you have the two hidden blades, you can do a dual assassination if you walk in between two people. Kind of does that motion. As you see, there were two guards on either side of the door, but now there aren't any. Quickly beckons you into the room and closes the door behind you. And in this room,
Very impressive.
in this room, there is what appears to be a large machine, larger than the ones that you saw on the mammoths and mastodons. It is making a fair bit of noise.
All right. I go check it out.
All right. This device, fairly cylindrical in appearance, covered in a orangish metal. And you can see over at the top there appear to be gears. Wheels, pointy wheels. Yeah, that anyone that but Gorsa would understand as gears.
Right.
You don't exactly have those out in the wilderness.
No, not at all.
We have our work cut out for us.
Yeah, what do we do with this thing? I don't know what I'm looking at. Is this relevant? Is this something we need to pay attention to?
He's making the anti-magic field.
Oh, shit. How do we stop it? Artificers had too bad explanation. He picks up one of the dead guard's swords, like, kind of cocks his head while looking at it. He's all reliable? Smash it to bits? Smash it to bits? Oh, yeah. I can do that. I know how to do that. Alright. Let's destroy this thing. She runs towards it and slams it with her... Never mind, she doesn't have her sword.
The sword that you would have been handed would have the stats of a longsword.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, she's gonna slam the shit out of it with her sword.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead, roll an attack. I will do the same for Ono.
Alright.
Too bad this wouldn't count as a sneak attack. Alright, yeah, that'll hit. Longsword. And it's gonna two-hand this thing.
Sweet.
And you can technically make two attacks since you have extra attack.
I do that.
Yeah, and that will definitely hit. Alright, so you run at and swing your sword, cutting cleanly through it. It's still putting out a bit of juice, or it's still clanking a bit, but it sounds like there's a lot of stuff grinding together. Oh no, it takes a swing at, but it bounces off. And your second cut, again, cleaves right through it, and there are sparks here. Sparks flying everywhere. Some of them almost landing on the two of you. I kind of have to back away. That way your costume and disguises don't catch fire.
Mhm.
This thing is making a lot of noise. It seems like one more good hit will put it down. In a word.
Alright. Oh no, you want to do the honors or shall I?
I can try.
Go for it.
Eh. Ah! And with roguish skill, plunges the sword right through the gashes that you made into it, effectively cutting the thing in half.
Yes!
And being more or less cut off from its power source, the thing comes to a halt. You're not a fighter class that has magic, nor... Oh, but you are wearing your ice resistance armor, correct?
I am.
You feel the warmth that your armor had given you before coming to the estate return. And for those of you that are, let me see if I have a decent size. Yes, but not really. Show me something that's bigger than 30 feet. Well, 30 feet looks like it's the biggest I got. C'est la vie. Alright, Alright. So, those of you are, let's just zoom that out a little bit. Those of you that are in that radius, you feel magic come back.
I assume that Arson's water arm is water again.
So you feel the feeling of being disconnected, or the feeling of missing something goes away. It was your casting arm, wasn't it? The arm that you used to cast magic through. You feel your casting arm get cold.
But it's not water.
Yeah. Well, no. So gloves weren't a part of your costume, were there?
I don't remember. Where they live?
Yeah, actually explicitly, the water arm still incorporates the waterproof sleeve with a Audrey scarf attached to it, explicitly, and because she knew that once magic got turned back on, she didn't want to soak her finely crafted fucking costume. So if he could tell that it's water, then totes, but he couldn't see it, and you certainly couldn't feel it from the exterior of the glove.
Stare up on the well, the trees don't, or the plants don't necessarily start speaking to you, but yeah, yeah, your magic's back.
Awesome.
The centaur that has just been kind of listening in on your conversations. She kind of looks up from what she's doing. Says something. You're not quite sure. Kind of. Oh, something in Greek.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter. The only one else there would know wouldn't be Harmony.
What, live one teacher?
No, well, seeing as Harmony is controlled by the DM, it doesn't matter because Harmony's the only other person who would know.
You do notice that this guard does look around. Like when you get that feeling, he starts looking around. Kind of grips his weapon tighter.
Oh boy. He's like, there better not be any magic shit going on.
Yeah, we'll just move that to the map layer. Oh, shoot. There we go. Interesting. So, Ono-san will then look at you and say, next one or get prisoner?
Let's just go get the other one. Didn't you say?
He nods. And it's probably should drop that sword, unless you have a sheath with you.
No. She lets go of it. Clank. Sword clanking on the ground.
Yeah. Hey, you notice that while the swords were able to cut through the metal, they have quite a bit of wear and tear on both of them.
Great. No use carrying that around.
Especially since they were cutting through metal and also going through gears. It's quite a bit of damage. And so you leave and go to the next room. Meanwhile, back at the party.
Nice party time.
Arson, if you really want to talk to better Arson, she's no longer dancing.
Hell yeah. It's time for the arson, better arson subplot, guys. Here we go.
Romance time.
Okay, so arson. Here's the thing. There's not a lot of dances or social events pretty much at all where Arson is from, so he doesn't know really how to, like, strike up a conversation with someone. So he's just gonna kind of awkwardly just, like, shuffle up and be like, hey, cool party, huh? And then just awkwardly stand there for, like, a good 10 seconds.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I really like your mask. It looks cool.
Well, thank you. Worked very hard on it.
Oh, you made it.
She
That's
says
cool.
it. So she'll say in Primordial that we all worked on our masks.
Arson doesn't know Primordial, does he? Wait.
You should know Ignan, which is a dialect. So you
Oh,
would
I do.
understand.
I do.
It's like, trying to listen to an Aussie speak, so it's kind of weird, but
Oh, it's like I get it, and it's like, and he's like, oh, he's like, well, that's really cool. What made you choose the design?
Well, they're a symbolic creature from my homeland, and the rest of my party, they don't necessarily have these. We share a lot of things culturally, but this is not one of them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm probably acting a little weird. It's just, I don't see a lot of other Genasi around. A lot of my travels. And you kind of remind me of someone a little bit, but I can't really put my finger on it. I don't know why.
I don't know why that would be.
Well,
so is this just going to be a awkward conversation between two teenagers, or are we going to do something?
Okay, so Arson's gonna try to ask subtly about where better Arson's entourage, quote unquote comes from. He's like, so you said that you came with some people. I have an entourage of my own. Why are you guys at this party?
Well, I'm pretty sure you know them. There's Ogasawa Aganai, and then Mariyama Kenzo, and then our artificer Centaur, who's right there by the buffet table. The one dressed in a lion hide.
Well, that's neat.
We call her Pyro.
Cool. Yeah, but I guess what I'm asking is, why are you guys at this party? Just in the neighborhood, or?
You're really dense. Aganai's fiancé was attacked. We're here to help out with the retribution.
I see. Well, that's cool. Cool for you guys to help out. I don't know. I don't really feel as though this is going anywhere, and Arson's not getting any information, so I think he's gonna try to exit. What else is he fucking supposed to do? He's like, why are you here? And she's like, you're an idiot. And it's like, well, I guess that's the end of this conversation. He's like, well, hope you enjoy the party. And then he's just gonna walk off. Not even say goodbye.
Hope to not see you again.
Man, Harmony, I am not good at this. And he's just gonna start drinking from the punch.
Stop that! Remember what Pasmir said.
Right, contamination, whatever.
Alright. Liv. Or Starabond. Either of you.
Liv will walk over and whisper to Fleur, hey there, I'm gonna go do something really stupid. You wanna keep an eye on me?
Yes.
Great. To which, with her, common swagger, she too is going to climb up the stairs and head out the party room. The first guard she sees outside with her massive fucking persuasion skill is going to clear her throat in front of him and go, excuse me, sir. I was told that you have a very special guest from the Monte Scarlatti. The Earl has given me permission to see him. Could you please direct me to his area?
On the one hand, I really want to roll deception. On the other hand, I know it's going to be a 21 or higher.
I'll roll. Let's see if I beat my my minimum. Yeah, I beat my minimum.
I suppose if the Earl has given you permission, I suppose I can show you to where he is.
Thank
Both
you.
of you?
Yes. We are working as diplomatic allies.
Okay, don't get your feathers in a tossle.
Of course, of course. I'll lead the way, sir.
Alright. And he will lead you downstairs, past a room where you're listening closely. You can hear quite a bit of banging and clanking. More so clanging. He will lead you to a room, knock on it. I thought I was clear I wanted to be left alone. The Earl has given permission for a couple of diplomats to come see you. The door will open and a decently large dragonborn with white scales opens the door. Kind of irritatingly looks at you and Fleur.
I'm not a scaly, but Liv will turn to the guard and politely ask for privacy.
Go. It's not like they're armed, and I can't handle anything. Could probably handle a lot more than 10 of you. Yes, sir.
Liv will calmly walk in and find a seat for herself, and then turn to the dragonborn while still sitting in the chair. She's sipping on a glass of what appears to be gin, and will look at him and goes, "So, I take it you're the creature of the Monte Scarlatti. The one who attacked my associates. The one who was the one previous to me in this cycle.
I suppose you're my successor. Or
Yes.
one of you is.
Oh, I am. She's the theorist. Don't worry.
He takes a long look at Fleur. It's a bit longer than what you or Fleur would be comfortable with.
Liv is feigning ignorance.
You do bear a resemblance to her. Actually, both of you do.
So, well, current situations permitting, and risk of you having to chase me down in a flying ship, present, I figured I would take this opportunity to speak with you.
What about?
Oh, well, you have more experience in this whole turning into a large scaly beast than I do. Poor choice of words. Turning into an actual fucking dragon.
Turning into one, more like forced into being one. One
Well,
where my hand is on backwards, a wing is sideways.
well, okay, I'm trying to keep a positive outlook here, man. Alright? That said, I do obviously fucking sympathize.
At least here, I have my old form back. Perhaps I can die peacefully here.
Okay. Well,
Your voice is
questions
so
there, and
quiet.
yes, of course. Liv will, like, look solemnly and go, I understand that your situation regarding, shall we say, necrosis, mild body horror even, is unique to yourself, but to which I respectfully count my blessings. But the Divines chose you for a reason.
Yeah, and we did a spectacular job of doing not what we were told.
Oh, yes, well, I suppose I have that in common with my predecessor. Point being is that, would you perhaps be able to elucidate the situation at hand?
What do you mean?
Well, you likely don't know what our task is, and that's fair enough. I presume the Divines themselves will eventually bestow it upon us. But you do have, but similar roles appear multiple times throughout the cycle. We happen to share one. I just simply ask, what is my part to play in this joke of a stage?
Well, that is an excellent question. We ourselves didn't really know what was going on, though we have our suspicions, or at least we did. I am not sure who is still around. I'm pretty sure they're all still alive. At least Majad is still alive. He somehow managed to turn the tables and. Well, he will pull out an amulet and show it to you. It is it's like a wheel with spokes. At the end of each spoke, well, the 6 spokes, there is something written, which you don't understand because I'm pretty sure you don't speak Celestial.
No.
Yeah, so it's,
That's
and
said.
one of the spokes is broken. The rest are highly corroded.
Hmm.
Except for one, which appears to be in pristine condition.
How odd. The Kalpa cycle, perhaps? No.
No,
Were it the Kalpa, the world would have ended.
no, this is
How
more
odd.
a symbolic representation of our roles in this cycle. Now, my reading is a bit rusty, but each of these little bits of writing correspond to each of the roles. You can see the one that says dragon is very corroded. Meanwhile, the one that says demon is broken. Now, I suspect, now that you've seen this, if you were to look into your bags or wherever you keep your things, you would find one of these in each of your bags.
Oh shit. Yes, I should probably explain that to the rest of my entourage the next chance I get. Especially one in particular. He sort of takes to shiny things like a crow. Actually, that can be said of a lot of our party, never mind. One of us literally can turn into a crow. Though I think you would have guessed that, given spirit of nature and all that.
Every time you mention crow, he kind of hisses.
How odd. Well, that's something to behold, certainly. Now, I suppose, a follow-up. You might not know, and this is fine, but what, if anything, could you perchance tell me about the old dragon gods?
Only that there was a cult in my day that believed they were imprisoned by the Twin Divines, and that their goal was to break them out of this prison.
Liv will pull out her regional map of the area, because she will keep such things in the mundane part of her bag of holding for easy access and roll it out. Presumably there's a coffee table.
Yes.
Yeah, on the coffee table, and we'll hold out a very strange writing utensil that is actually just a ballpoint pen, but neither Fleur nor this Dragonborn would necessarily know that. Click it and hand it to him. Could you perchance mark on my map where, if nothing else, the ruins of their cult would be?
Ah. Yeah, funny one. Because back in. You know how long it has been since our cycle?
I presume countless centuries, if not millennia.
Well, by my reckoning, though it is very skewed, you realize that I was in a place where time was dilated significantly.
Well, yes, okay, you were in fucking space. I get that.
But what I have gathered is it has been 2,500 years.
Well, okay, if we have to, do an archaeological excavation, we have to do a fucking archaeological excavation.
And yeah, This was a secret cult.
Oh fuck, it was a mystery cult. Never mind.
Indeed.
She'll click the pin, twirl it in her hand, and put it back away.
Not to mention that they are now in a place which, to my understanding, is now cut off. Though if you were to somehow find the entrance to Bahazar, you could gain access to the rest of what was once Mythocil.
That is quite strange.
And in fact, you mentioned this talk about this dragon god cult brings me to one of our group's suspicions. That we were chosen, that our goal was to stop this cult from achieving their goals somehow, even though it was a myth.
A myth perhaps, but one quite possibly rooted in truth. Ancient dragons themselves seem to believe it to be true.
Yes, well, if they are, I suspect that they are not necessarily gods, but great worms.
Oh,
That is my suspicion, but
even so, they are certainly godlike.
even to younger dragons, they would seem godlike.
Well, I always presumed the Great Ones were just a myth, but yes. Those of Tiamat and Bahamut's children that could achieve that level of power could very easily achieve divinity themselves, if not, at least pass it off to lesser creatures such as us. Either way, my reason for asking all of this is, I suppose, simple. I intend to break them out, with or without the Herald of the Dragon Gods.
So they remain. Interesting. Perhaps an evolved form given the time. But intriguing that they still exist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you're looking for the herald of the dragon gods, as you say, then perhaps you should advertise that you're looking for them, for their assistance. No guarantee that they'll listen to you, given your relation to the twin divines.
Oh yes, just post it to the sky. Hope one chosen by the ancient dragons of yore, who likely bear their gift, just happens to come out of the fucking woods.
My people came in spaceships.
Oh yes, yes, and next thing you'll tell me folk from Eberron came with their dragon marks. Liv, like, eyes widen at his silence, goes, wait, I have people from Eberron come with their fucking dragon marks.
Well, there's a rumor, so hardly anyone believes it, that the Madrell family came from this place called Eberron.
Oh. Wonderful.
But again, no one knows what Eberron is. So it's just a bunch of gossip.
It's, Liv will, rummage, shit, I have to go analog, my Book of Shadows is currently offline, for her things, and, pull out another map, this one of the crystal spheres and the phlogiston, and then point to, Eberron. That is Eberron. This is us. She'll motion over to our material plane. This is a place called Earth. She will motion over to it, and then the realm space, of course, and gray space. It's complicated, Fleur. Don't concern yourself with it that much, but Eberron. Eberron's a strange planet, very disconnected from the gods. They say the world itself is the corpse of a dead dragon god. The ring surrounding it, another, and then one trapped beneath that could threaten to destroy the entire plane. If not ours, should it break through. If somehow they manage to cross from there too, she'll sort of like draw a line over to whatever the name of the material plane for this world is. Then hypothetically speaking, it could give those three a cult here. And should they arise, that could prove troublesome, to say the least. You must understand, very few deities could stand up to such a thing. Hell, they dwarf even the likes of Tiamat and Bahamut. I fear nothing short of something such as Lord Ao, or the Twin Divines could reasonably stand up to the three dragon gods of Eberron. She says, rolling the map of wild space back into her into its scroll case and putting it back away. So, but I digress. Let's focus on this world's dragon gods before worrying about it next.
You know, I was half expecting you to pull out a copy of the one of the Eberron books.
Unfortunately, those are currently trapped in the pocket dimension that got cut off when the anti-magic field turned on. But suffice to say, very well then. If necessary, then I shall put out an ad. I have defied destiny once. I will not intend to be its plaything once more. She says, motioning. She'll say, pulling out the chain that she keeps the amulet of Anana on, and if you look behind it, another older amulet, presumably from Fierna, is there, except it's charred and snapped in twain. Now then, I suppose I should give you this brief moment of respite. Until next time, good sir, as she will stand up, roll the regional map and put it back away, and bow to him before holding out her arm to Fleur to lock arms and walk off.
Both of you have a familiar scent. Is almost like hers. How do I still remember that?
Liv will raise up her armpit and smell and go, "Ah, fuck, right, prestidigitation wore off. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, you might need to get a guard in here to, like, soak this place down, or else it's going to smell like brimstone for fucking weeks. I apologize, man."
No, it's not that. You smell like the Cirrus from my time.
Oh yeah, before I go, one of her predecessors still alive. So there's that.
And no,
Apparently,
I couldn't. She couldn't have possibly been.
no, that is like actual factual truth. Apparently is in some weird lost city in the Monte Scalate.
Was she when we were he says something in Draconic.
Liv will whisper to Fleur. Going, damn, I really need to learn that.
If we have multiple dragons with us.
Yeah. I'm gonna focus on one thing before the next, but
That is a good idea.
I'm sure Chomper will help me. Cool. Yeah. No, multiple adult and ancient dragons have alluded to the fact that that the other Cirrus is still alive. Hell, I think a previous incarnation of the spirit of nature even said it. You know, druids and all that.
Oh, then that's two spirits of natures that are still alive from past their due date.
Well, okay. Well, she's both like an elf and a druid. Those motherfuckers can live for like 7,500 years. But I digress. Yes, supposedly this previous Cirrus does exist. So, woo, there's that. Yeah. Do with that information what you will, buddy. Also, if for some godforsaken reason you end up speaking with a dragon, please don't say that I talked to you. I'm currently becoming something of a pariah in the Draconic community.
I was an outcast myself when I turned.
I don't think it's because I'm turning as much as I keep bugging them in their lairs. Frankly, kind of surprised I haven't gotten eaten yet.
Flora gives you a really look.
What? I've now bullied counts. She pulls up her spare hand and starts counting. 4. Guess technically you would count five dragons now? 5 dragons. One more and I can have like the fucking infinity stones of dragons. Right now I could summon Dragon Exodia, the forbidden dragon one. And neither of you understand what the fuck this means. Come now, Fleur. Let's just get going. Oh yes, and Fleur. Yes. Don't say this to the guards. Aliases. Fleur Vanderveen. Miss Livia Felroad. Pleasure to meet you. Until next time. To which she will sort of like curtsy, and then will
If it's not in an anti-magic field, then there's no guarantee I won't try to eat both of you.
well, there's no guarantee, but we'll
Their
see.
voices.
Yeah.
They've told me that I need to get my horde back. She was not a part of a horde, she was a person.
Neat. Have you considered seeing a therapist? Maybe getting some schizophrenia medications, man. Auditory hallucinations should not be going on up there. You know what? That's for you and your mental health doc, and whatever general practitioner doctor you have to discuss. If you have one, if not, she'll turn to Fleur and go, "Don't tell him I made this," and pull out a business card for Brand and hand it over to the Dragonborn before opening the door and walking out with Fleur.
Didn't even bother to ask his name.
Great. So, well, that was one thing.
I suppose while we're still down here, you want to see if we can do anything about the anti-magic field generators?
Yeah, I trust Gorza can handle it, but let's just go find her. I know you're generally charming and good at talking to people, but just to be on the safe side, if we do get caught, let me bullshit our way out of this.
Fleur nods.
Great. Liv will run back to the last place she heard clanking and banging, presuming it's probably the fighter, doing what fighters do when they see things that they don't understand.
Alright, Cerebon, Arson, do you have anything else that you want to do before I go over to what Gorza and Ono are doing with the second machine?
Not really.
Yeah, Arson doesn't really have anything to do, so I guess he's just probably gonna wander around, and I don't know.
Why?
If he ends up somehow finding Gorza and the rest, that's up to you, I guess.
Or are you just like
Behave.
exploring the bounds of what you can and can't feel with the magic?
Yeah. You know, just little things, like seeing if his water arm, like, is able to materialize.
Yeah, I suppose it should be pointed out that there are overlapping areas with the anti-magic field. So this area isn't necessarily 100% where there is magic, but just a general feeling of where there is magic.
Wait, is
Right.
Arson like
He's just
sticking his?
basically gonna be like a magic, like a magic metal detector, and it's just gonna wander around to see like which areas are the strongest and which areas aren't.
Wait, is Arson like holding out his water arm and then like wherever he finds a boundary for where the magic turns back off, like just stick his water arm in elbow deep so his like upper arm is water but his forearm is now back to fire.
Yeah, I like to imagine he's literally just like literally sticking out his hand and just feeling for magic.
Harmon, stop! You're going to get. That's going to look suspicious.
Dude, fucking look at me and look how I act. I already look suspicious. If anything, I'll just look at the as the party clown.
Pardon me. What are you doing? We'll say you're like right over there.
It's an
Yeah.
interpretive dance from your homeland.
He's like, "Excuse me, sir."
And it is the person that reminds you of a knoll.
And he's literally just like patting him, and he's like, "I'm sorry, but I seem to have lost my seeing cane. Have you seen it anywhere?" And he's just straight up gonna play pretend to be blind. And then he's just gonna continue walking around with his hands outstretched.
Roll deception.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
15. Not bad.
Oh, you lost your cane?
Absolutely. I have to walk around a huge area because I have no idea where I found it, and keep my hands outstretched at all times.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool, glad you understand, buddy. And Arson's just gonna continue walking around.
It just follows you, like, kind of curious. So,
Wonderful.
so
Arson, I like to imagine that he's like literally sticking out his water arm, right? But now he's also sticking out his other arm, I guess, to look less suspicious? Question mark. But as he's doing so, he'll just like veer violently in certain directions depending on whether or not he feels his water arm like forming more. So like there doesn't seem to be any pattern to like where he's going.
Arson got a seeing eye hyena.
Yeah.
He's going to run into the fucking Emperor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This guy is the Emperor.
Yeah, that's cool. Arson's not really gonna interact with him. He's more worried about the magic.
Alright. So, back with Ono and Gorza, you do come across several guards as you're walking around, but Ono just acts like he's escorting you somewhere, and you're not sure how, but he does give it like a passing nod to the guards. Somehow he's seeing through the eye sockets. Eventually, you come to a second door where you hear loud clanging, and you're like, now you know what these things sound like. You can actually hear them from the other side of the door. And he puts his head against the door, and he'll whisper to you, "There are 3 of them. 3 guards."
All right. Well, you want some help this time? I have my fists.
And he'll take out the sword and hand it to you.
All right, let's do this.
All right, he'll open the door just a crack to peek in, and with his fingers he'll 3, 2, 1, and then push the door wide open, and immediately flex his ring fingers again, do the Assassin's Creed assassination for 2 people, and as he's doing this, he leaves enough room to where you could step over, and right by the machine is another guard that's just turning around.
All right. Gorza's gonna smack him.
Roll to attack. That's not going to hit. But you're a fighter, you get 2 attacks.
All right, let's check in.
Let's see. Pretty sure that's a hit. Yeah, just barely.
Sweet.
Wow, that is exactly enough.
Hey.
You'll do the bare minimum of both.
He wants to kill him, but not overkill him, you know?
It's the bare minimum to hit him, and the bare minimum to drop him to 0 HP.
Just a little roughhousing.
Yeah, you gotta be classy, alright?
You are in costume after all.
Yeah, so
Liv will be angry if you get blood all over that.
So he blocks it. He kind of pushes your sword away with your first swing, but you got enough strength to where you kind of just where your second swing comes back at him fast enough that even though he gets the shield in the way in time, you just cleave through that shield into his shoulder. Pretty deeply too.
Oh yeah.
Before he either dies or at least goes unconscious, because that where that shield would be, that'd be right over his heart. Also, the lung is right there. I don't think he's going to survive. But again, you are left in a empty room with an anti-magic field generator and 3 bodies.
Well, oh no, were we just gonna destroy it again? Or do you have better ideas?
Worked last time.
Alright, well, let's just go with what we know then.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Wait.
Exactly.
Wait.
If
But
it
we
ain't
want these
broke,
things.
break it.
Yeah, like after he says, he's like, but we want to break it.
If it's working, then destroy it. How about that?
Good enough. And he... Well, you both charge it. Where the heck is this character sheet? That... Your swing glances off the solid metal plating. Oh no, just barely cuts into it. You swing hard and you dent the metal plating, but the dent isn't a big one.
This isn't going so well.
Stronger one.
Shit. It's times like this where I wish I learned some magic. Or I joined an adventure party.
Not that it would help. No magic. I know magic. I can't do magic here. Right now.
Shoot. Let me see if I have anything in my bag that might help.
While you're doing that, he's going to take another swing at it. And leave a scratch.
Okay, well, I don't think a staff or an animal trophy is going to help us in this situation.
Yeah,
I guess she's going to try hitting it again?
Yeah, go ahead, roll 2 attacks. Oh, dang!
Oops, sorry, I did.
Well,
be honest.
one of those was a crit. Which, okay, so 17. And, the crit? Or was that the crit?
The 17 was the crit.
Alright. 20? Wow. You're not a barbarian, but the frustration out of not doing so well as the last time, as well as not finding anything that you think would be useful, just tack into this thing. Leaving like how to put it this way, your frustration, even though it stops working, you take one more swing at it before you realize that it's no longer making a noise.
Oh. Okay, I think we got it.
He kind of like gives a nervous clap.
Sweet. Okay.
2 down, 2 to go.
Oh, 2 to go. Okay.
There are 4 of these things.
And this is taking forever.
I know.
I guess it's worth it.
But he'll do a hand motion with do some motion with his hands, and out will come forth a bolt of fire that strikes that strikes the wall. Magic.
Oh shit! She's gonna stumble back, very surprised. Look at that! That's what we worked so hard for.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at his spell sheet. Why does a rogue have Find Familiar?
Is he an arcane trickster?
Yes.
Well, then no fucking shit you'd take Find Familiar. Think about it. Permanent advantage means permanent sneak attack.
Prisoner or machine?
Machine.
Alright. And since that's another one of these things down, well, I actually have to go to the right layer. Things are getting interesting.
There are murmurs throughout the area.
Yeah, quite a few murmurs.
Also, the drugs are about to hit people very fucking hard.
Meanwhile, Arson is just like vibrating. He's like, "Ah, hell yeah, the magic's coming back, guys."
So Arson, you're like right here. So, like, your arm is halfway through, and all of a sudden, just your entire arm's now fire. Like, you didn't even move that much, and it's already fire.
You mean water?
Yeah,
yeah, water.
Got it. And he's like, "Ah, hell yeah." He just looks back at Harmony and gives like the biggest like thumbs up. Hyena guy has no idea what's going on.
Actually, do I? No, but I do have it on D&D Beyond. Abby, what kind of rogue are you? You're an arcane trickster. You know what's going on. Something weird's going on. When we got here, there was no magic. Now I feel magic all of a sudden.
He's just like, Arson's just like, it's okay, pal. I understand. This is a magical moment. We're becoming friends. And he just like continues wandering around.
Alright, Starabon. You would notice that the rest of the eclipse kind of like gather together. And you have no idea what they're saying, but it sounds like things are getting heated.
Oh.
Right.
That's nice.
As in an argument. And they eventually get into yelling at each other. And you're not quite sure, but you think they're all arguing in different languages. Like, the centaur is speaking in that weird language that Liv speaks. Aganai and Aoyama are both speaking that moon speech that Fleur sometimes talks in. The Water Ganassi, it sounds vaguely familiar or similar to what Aoyama and Aganai are speaking, but different enough you can tell there's a difference.
Oh. That's kind of hilarious.
If you want to roll an insight, you may.
Sure. As well. He's just happy to be in a place where magic works again. For the most part.
Oh, dang. You're not sure what they're saying, but it's obviously fake. Like, their argument is a fake argument.
I see.
Eventually get to the point where a guard comes over. He begins trying to break them up before the centaur he almost like she got startled by the guard, sucker punches him in the gut, and he goes flying. Kind of so off his feet, bounces off the balcony above, before landing on the ground.
Everyone's just gonna back up just a bit out of melee range.
Just a bit.
Just to be on the brink of it. Like if there's a fireball, it just whizzes past his face.
Oh yeah, and Arsene, you and Harmony both saw that guy go flying. That was a good 15 feet vertically.
Sick. He just is immediately starts going towards there. Where's Sturbon? He goes up to Sturbon and he's like, "Sweet, what did I miss?"
The usual. You don't get in between a centaur in an argument. But usually it's because they kick you.
Alright, should we start a riot? I think this is riot time, right?
This is nuts.
Okay, hear me out. I don't even need to do fireball. I can just do burning hands, start catching one of the drapes on fire. Next thing you know, this place is in total chaos. What do you think? You up? You up for it?
That's not exactly a riot, though.
All we need is chaos. The riot will come after.
Speaking of a riot, as soon as that guy went flying, a bunch of guards just start rushing over in this general direction. And the party is essentially come to a stop because a guard went flying.
What? Why ever? Whatever for?
This isn't low society. This is noble society. Some guard goes flying, you hit the deck.
Hell, this is when things start getting interesting, alright?
I feel like that implies that even in the slums, people just don't give a shit if a man flies 15 feet in the air after a centaur tosses him.
Nope.
Yes.
Well, she didn't even toss him. She just gut punched him.
Okay, point stands.
Hey, quick question. Is there any flammable stuff around? Like candles or whatever?
There are the plants. There's the buffet table.
So, are there candles on it and burning stuff kind of near it?
Yes.
Well, time to do what arson does best. I'm gonna do control flame and I'm gonna set a table on fire.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Arson.
so with the gathering of the guards, the Water Genasi, Aoyama, both turn around to face the guards. Agenai takes the cane he has and pulls a sword from it.
Well, this was premeditated.
Yeah, thank.
Thanks, thanks for your brilliant insight there, Sturbon. Your fucking 24 insight. Thanks for telling us that this is premeditated.
And yeah, points the sword into the air. And says, as soon as I can find it, What the? Where's... There's that Wikipedia page. No, what? Okay. Where's the exact phrase? He says, Shogun Hekai Banzai! Aoyama says...
Bonsai. That must mean good things.
Aoyama also shouts, Banzai! You know, the water genasi, following suit, says, Wansui! The centaur, like, from what you can see through her Greek theater starter mask, kind of like gives a confused look. Banzai? Wansui? Before they both charge the guards, spells go flying from Aoyama, and the water genasi that you were talking to earlier, Arson, conjures a bunch of animals that then charge the guards.
Sick. Well,
you always get the feeling that this water genasi is more friends with animals than you are.
impossible, but okay. As far as Arson is seeing, he just sees more friends to make.
Jeez.
Again, I still figure that Arson should be trying to light one of them on fire. Like, he doesn't really know why. He just feels as though it's the right thing to do at the moment.
Person. Stop living up to your name.
Sturban?
Just backing away.
Slowly.
Yeah. Harmony also kind of like backs away. I think this is a good distraction. We can go help out with the anti-magic fields.
Sure, you can do that. Did either of you guys see where the tiefling went?
And Liv and Sturban and you. I'm gonna stick up here. This is more my speed.
Okay, and she'll kind of reach down over like underneath the dress and draw out a dagger. Oh, that feels nicer. I want this back.
Sick.
Give it back to me when we are done.
You got it. Arson, like, low-key thinks to himself, he's like, what are the chances that I just forget this impaled in someone?
Oh, then you're going to have a very angry sister.
When don't I?
Yeah, except she's going to be very furious that you lost her favorite dagger.
I'm not going to do it on purpose. You know, maybe. But it will come to the point where if he uses it, he might lose it.
You might just melt it.
That too. Like, it's
Not
life
likely.
life is a chaos. Alright, so Arson takes it, promises not to lose it. Genuinely, but you know, things happen.
Yeah. Don't lose it, she'll say as she cracks her knuckles. And you can
Yeah,
kind
I
of
got
see
it.
like sparks of electricity.
So is it like a fancy dagger, or is it just like a regular steel dagger, or...
It's a better mundane dagger.
Sick.
It's actually the Blade of Woe. Harmony completed the Dark Brotherhood quest line.
Hell yeah, sick! That's one of the best weapons!
I actually
Like,
haven't
that
really
one,
started the
like-
Dark Brotherhood quests.
Like, that one, like, combined with the one dagger that can, like, insta-kill anyone. Amazing duo.
All the stuff I'm hearing about the Dark Brotherhood, I should probably start those quests.
Dark
Anyway.
Brotherhood.
Anyway, so Miss Livy, you get to the door where you heard the clanging, and are you just going to like open the door? Lunar, are you muted? Am I experiencing
Lunar
connectivity
is currently
issues?
muted in
Oh,
Discord.
yeah, muted on Discord.
And
I think we'll get to you looking for your brother next week. Starvon, it kind of want to get this third generator out of the way.
all right.
And for the sake of things, I'll say Harmony goes with you. It's like, actually, yeah, I think she would have noticed because I'm pretty sure she has the observant feat.
Oh, nice.
Just checking her character sheet.
Woo.
Oh, there's Liv.
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh. I don't see the observant feat on her character sheet, but at least not on the one on Roll20. She still has a passive of 17. Which, if I
Who,
remember
Harmony
correctly, is
or
higher than yours.
Let me
Fleur?
see here.
Or Harmony?
Harmony.
Yeah, no, Harmony.
Yeah, higher perception than me.
Harmony is a perceptive girl.
Oh, nope, she does have the observant feat. So yeah, I know the general direction they went.
Awesome. Well, let's go that way then.
And so Harmony and Starabon steal away during the chaos.
Galaxy Brain.
Mythlivia. You get to the room with the banging and clanging. What do you do?
Liv is going to put her finger up with like to Fleur and like peer through the keyhole and see if she could see anything on the other side.
Okay, roll perception. And as you're doing this, Fleur will come up and put her ear against the door.
Cool.
Alright. So in this room, you can see a large metallic device. One of the machines you had seen earlier. Looks to be like it's been coated in copper. You also see a guard. But it's just like you can barely see him through the keyhole.
Liv will stand back up from her crouching position, turn to Fleur and go, I need you to promise that you won't be mad. Okay?
This is going to be something I don't like, feel it.
Not in the slightest.
There's no choice.
Great. Liv will pull out another one of the silver vials that no one's actually seen, but is filled with Felroot brand napalm. As she will pull out some of the leftover oil she got to make it and put it in a larger container and pull out and then like she'll reach into her ponytail and pull out some of her hairs and quickly weave it together. And then pull out the tinderbox and get a spark going and goes, okay, I would stand back if I were you, Fleur. I have fire resistance. You don't. As she will light her makeshift wick, and open the door very quickly and just toss it in there, and then wait to hear what happens with a makeshift Molotov cocktail / napalm bomb she just created.
All right. Roll to attack. If you're just throwing it carelessly in there, disadvantage.
She's aiming for the machinery mostly. She assumes if she can get that to catch in flames, then it will cause a much bigger spark. But yes, so that's what plus dexterity. Why am I doing that? I just roll my dexterity. Oh, good thing I'm fire resistant. Fleur, please stand back.
So you open the door and you throw, but instead of throwing it forward, you kind of throw it down. So, it's not exactly at your feet, but it's, you know, it's close enough to where you can feel it. And way too close for comfort. Okay, you know what that stuff does.
Using her interaction, because she can do that, she is going to half panically kick it farther into the room. Not actually really aiming for anything, just trying to get it the fuck away, and then slam the door shut.
At the same time, you hear... Right, you, Starabon, and Gorza, you all hear what sound to be like several bangs, like, and from your perspective, Gorza, one came from the room you just left. The other one came from the room with the first anti-magic field generator.
Oh boy.
Neat.
And you hear a muffled chuckle coming from Ono. They didn't see it
What is
coming.
it?
I stole the IEDs from Miss Olivia. Trapped the rooms as we left.
You chopped the rooms?
Trapped.
Oh.
That.
What does that mean?
He'll kind of hesitate, like, take off the mask. Take a good second to stretch his neck before taking out one of the improvised explosives and kind of like demonstrate what he did, which pretty much just tie the pin to the doorway so that when it opens, it pulls the pin and the improvised explosive explodes.
Wow. You're a clever guy, Ono. I'll give you that.
Oh shit!
He beams.
Neat. Oh shit! Neat. The bombs are still being used.
Well, he may have stolen them, but he was also told to get rid of them. So it's just he didn't tell Fleur that he would do it at the party.
Well, yeah, well, Liv doesn't know this, but she knows the sound of a bomb exploding when she hears it. So she would actually say that while she's mildly panicked about the napalm.
Boom. Boom. What was that?
So I presume you got the bird to take my IEDs away from me. Yes?
Yes. I thought
Yeah,
you
the
got rid of
bird-
them.
Well, technically, he did, just not in the way that you thought he would. Liv is going to crack the door open again and check to see what happened with her napalm.
Well, the thing is, like, when you threw it down, you threw it down hard enough to where the thing was at a, like, it hit its target, but the target was at your feet. So
Well,
the entranceway to this room is on fire.
Liv is just looking at the fire and going, you know? Actually, hold up. Liv will take her sandals off and go, you know, this would be a lot easier if I had fucking magic.
And you hear the clank of metal. If you look back, you see Gorza and Ono.
Oh, hey. I'm about to do something really stupid. Keep Force safe. Okay?
Alright. I don't see what choice we have.
Right. Oh no, I take it you have a knife on you. Hand me it.
He'll reach down into his boot, hand you a dagger.
Thank you. She'll take that in her hand and, is going to, being the only one here who has fire resistance, leap through the goddamn flames in the entranceway.
Yeah. So, what
Very heroic.
is that?
Such wow.
I think that would call for an athletics check.
I would assume acrobatics, but that works too.
Well, you're going for a long jump, pretty much.
I mean, alright, I'll roll athletics.
Well, hold on. Let me check this. No. Where there is that thing? It's the homebrew page. I want the SRD. Athletics.
Jump.
Yeah, you try to jump an unusually long distance.
When you make a long, well, okay, so jumping according to movement, when you make a long jump, you can cover the number of feet equal to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can only leap half that distance. Either way, it still costs movement as normal. She's not trying to jump high, but if so, you could ask for a DC 10 strength athletics to clear a low obstacle. But and if I were to land on difficult terrain, then I must make a acrobatics check to make sure I don't land prone.
Well, what's your strength score?
10. So at a standing long jump, she could jump 5 feet forward. But she would likely run. She would likely hit the other wall on the other side of the corridor and use that to run.
Okay, so you get out running long jump and you can feel the flames nick at your feet, but you land on the other side of the fire like just barely, but not too long after you, pretty much just rolling like over the fire and rolling onto the ground, while simultaneously throwing another dagger, comes Ono Toru.
No, yeah, that fucking works. Oh no. She will pull out some more of the oil and hand it to him. I'm gonna need your help here. Alright, buddy?
Hi.
We're going to effectively try and make a trail of oil from that, as she points to the blazing inferno, to that, as she points to the anti-magic field generator. Got it? After that, we're going to have to run like hell. If you still have my bombs, now would be the time to set one up. She'll toss him some of the oil and get to work.
Yeah. You're going to set them from the,
Yes, she is pouring the oil from the drum to the flames, as not to preemptively set the entire thing on fire.
Or yourselves.
Yeah.
Gorza, you're keeping an eye out?
Yep.
Right. Roll perception.
Alright.
Congratulations, Flirt. You did 3 better than last time. The flames are pretty loud. You can't exactly tell what's going on beyond what you can see. As far as you can tell, there aren't any guards heading in your direction. And you can sort of see Ono Toru and Miss Livia on the other side. The guard that was in there, he got struck in the chest by the knife thrown by Ono.
They'll be fine. They know what they're doing.
And see, what would this call for? I think this is just going. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh
no!
Well, guys, we had a good run.
I have no idea how this works. Fuck.
Also, I have to check something in the DMG real quick.
I would like to argue that not only do you not know how it works, you actually do think you know how it works, but it's actually completely fucking wrong.
Oh yes, I've seen one of these in my adventures on another planet. Of course. I just pulled a red wire here and boom.
It just explodes. It's like, test failed successfully?
Someone screenshot that and put it in the out of context D&D. If not, I'll get to it eventually. This is not good. Well, my prediction was right. Things aren't going the way any of us planned.
Well, I don't know if it's any consolation. Big angry necro dragon is about to be released on this party.
There's so many pages in the DMG. Yeah. Where's the thing that I'm looking for? Is it in this chapter?
Good night, y'all.
Good night. We'll let you know what happened.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Alright. Well, congratulations, Liv. You take 7 fire damage.
Neat.
As the bomb that Ono is working on explodes in his hand.
Oh shit. Oh no, are you okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, now's not the time to press you on this. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, now hold on. That's an 18 to deception. I'm pretty sure that does not beat your passive insight.
Oh no, but that's my point, is that Liv isn't pressing it. She at least believes him enough to get out of here and not press it. I mean, you also have to figure a bomb just exploded in the man's hand.
Yeah. So,
Liv serves a goddess of war. She generally knows shit about weapons and weapon accessories. But she does at least believe that Ono can handle it for now. To watch.
now, that was Ono's natural one. Your natural one. Let's see. Alchemist Fire is the closest thing to napalm that D&D has.
Yeah, Liv didn't pull out more napalm to use. She used oil.
Why the heck did I pull up the bestiary? I don't need a bestiary, I need items. If lit, the oil burns for 2 rounds, dealing 5 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
So, half of 5.
So 3, cool.
Is it rounded up?
It's generally damage is generally rounded up.
Well, then you should have taken 8 from that 15.
Oh, well then. Hey, Soul.
Yep.
I'm on 69 hit points.
Nice. I mean, that's all Arson's gonna do. Arson is, like, vaguely feeling like, I don't know why, but I also feel like as though Liv is not having a good time right now.
No, she's having a nice time.
Yeah, she's having a nice time. Hey.
Hey. You know, this is weird. I still feel kind of nice, Ono. As she's going to, presumably the machine is no longer clanking and banging and turning away.
Actually, yeah, that would be fair. Well, hold on. Your oil was set off prematurely, so that's 5 plus 15. It's still running, but over 2 rounds, that's 10 total. So yeah, after 12 seconds of premature oil and bomb ignition, it shuts down. everything comes to a halt.
Great. Well, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh no, she will, from the back wall, once again, do a running long jump and, through the entranceway. But now, since magic's back, use her wings to hopefully catch an updraft and help her carry her forward some.
Ono will again long jump over doing a roll. And Gorza, you would notice that wherever his hands leave off, there's like a handprint of blood.
Oh,
Hey,
hell.
how's it going? Shit hit the fan pretty quickly in there.
And
Yeah,
also,
you guys look like hell.
yeah, his like several of his feathers are singed. Looks like he's got a cut under his left eye.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll see to him soon enough.
Yeah, Liv, we could have just hit it with swords, right?
Well, I'm keenly aware, but fire was already starting, okay?
I'm just saying.
How do I put this? You are probably the best person to hit stuff with swords out of the four of us. You're not the one who's fire resistant. That said, speaking of which, now that magic has returned, Liv is going to use control flames to push the fire farther into the room and away from the not fire resistant people. Great. Oh no. I'm guessing you did you did espionage. I know you did. You lead the way to the last anti-magic field generator. I'm going to do what's called a pro gamer move. As you know how in like the last Harry Potter movie, in the Room of Requirement, you have there was the fire snake that got generated.
Yeah.
Using control flames, Liv is going to shoot one of effectively the same premise down the hallway away from where Ono is leading Orza and Fleur, and then follow after them.
Yeah. As he's leading you guys on, you notice his hands are shaking. Right. Not naturally shaking, but yeah, it's not nothing natural about the way those hands are shaking. It's, in fact, you've probably seen the warriors out fighting. It's almost like that, and Fleur is very concerned about them. Meanwhile, Arson, huh? Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say it. First, I was gonna stop in her tracks and touch his arm and ask, "Are you gonna be okay?"
For now.
A single tear just rolls down his face.
He's not doing so hot.
I mean,
He's been through hell today.
I mean,
oh no, hell is much worse. Hell would mean I don't get my fire resistance.
I mean, mechanics wise, he only took 15 out of 136 damage. But realistically, an IED went off in his hands.
He can keep fighting, but it's still a bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's gonna have flashbacks to this day.
Actually, before we cut to Arson, when Liv catches up to him, she'll like take him by the shoulder that didn't nearly just get blown off, and hold him in place while we're still in the not currently in the effects of anti-magic. And is going to do the poor boy a solid. And look at him and go, yeah, we're not currently burning to death. You'll survive, but I know that look on Flir's face. Usually it's directed to me, so this is a nice change of pace. As she will cast this at that level, healing him for 10. She is explicitly aiming it over the mildly exploded arm.
Well, like he was holding onto the bomb with both hands, like working it, so it was like both hands were right next to the bomb when it exploded.
Okay, well then, yeah, she'll do it over his hands and forearms. That way, if nothing else, he can still realistically use proper fine motor skills. There.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yes, of course. Let's keep moving.
Back with arson.
Everything's on fire. Just as his brand is.
You're setting everything on fire, but you're also getting like a front row seat.
Mm-hmm.
I can just imagine this if.
Well, like here's the thing.
If it were
okay,
like
so the
possible,
guards are, like...
Arson would probably have like a reclining chair and a bag of popcorn.
Oh, absolutely. Like the guards are mostly they're mostly focused on the, people who are attacking them. But every once in a while, like one of their, I don't know what they're wearing, capes or whatever, just like catches on fire and they're like, what the fuck? And they just keep having to deal with that as they're fighting these people.
No, like these guys are just getting slaughtered.
Yeah, it's not going well for them.
I mean, let's be honest, these guys are what, level 16?
Yeah, no.
Well, except for the centaur, but still.
Is Arson currently popping like those small little crustless hors d'oeuvre party sandwiches while he's doing this?
Like he just takes a sandwich and then just chucks it, just control flames at them and then just keeps eating sandwiches. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm an innocent bystander in all of this.
Liv only explicitly told him not to drink the punch. The food is still fine.
Yeah, so as far as he's concerned, like, all those little tiny, cocktail weenies are absolutely his dish right now.
Wonderful.
Arson, I assume, would probably just look around and see them all, and he's just waving to them as there's chaos and fire.
Butler walks past, Butler standing mouth agape with martini glasses, and Arson just grabs one.
Paste that right there for the overlap. So, now you would also hear that there's a bit of a commotion coming from behind you, Arson. Over towards the stairs. You can see Liberatos and Tyros holding back pretty much every guard that was upstairs on the stairs.
Meanwhile, Daehun is currently T-posing, floating in the air and spinning in place.
Yeah, he's being very helpful.
Well, hey, he said don't make him fight.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm just joking. Daehun's currently a Beyblade.
Damn,
you can just very faintly hear "You Spin Me Right Round" playing. The closer you get to him, the louder it starts playing. It's fuck, guys, I think Daehun somehow, wandered into a liminal space.
Daehun no-clipped out of reality, fuck.
Also, by the way, I see that one of the guards has, an X through it. Is that guard fucking dead?
Yes.
When Centaur, just straight up just kicked him, he just fucking died? That's hilarious.
She didn't kick him. She gut punched him, with her fist.
Oh, that's even more hilarious. Like, not even the horse part was the thing that killed him.
Wait.
Well, let me tell you this. She's currently in an area that has magic, and she has an item that gives her 29 strength. And she's level 11. What do you think's gonna happen?
Amazing things.
So, needless to say, the guards aren't having exactly a good time.
Mostly because their clothes keep combusting for no reason.
Well, also, they're being slaughtered by this party. They're being slaughtered. They're at least being held back at the stairs by a different party. Yep. Somehow I feel like that's going to get my notes copyrighted.
I don't copy stuff because of this.
Everything gets taken down.
Your channel gets
Like, we just see a cease and desist pop up in our our roll 20, and we're like, ah, fuck.
Damn it. Sorry, guys.
D&D's over. We were taken down by MGM Studios.
Can't believe it.
That
was the true villains of our campaign.
The true villains.
You would also hear what sounds to be a pop bang. Like, two of them. It doesn't come from from either of the parties.
Yeah,
it comes from above you.
But Arson does some cheeky terrorism. He knows about bombs.
This is a different sound from a bomb.
I assume that Arson's gonna look up to see what the noise was.
You see... Well, no, he fired his weapon. He's no longer hidden. You see a kobold, jet black, with what appears to be a skull on his head, carrying this long rod, made of wood and metal, pointing it, so he's up here somewhere, and he's pointing it over, over this way.
Arson's gonna look over there. Is there anybody over there that he should care about?
Roll perception.
Alrighty, let's see how good Arson is at knowing who the fuck is at this party.
Nope.
He's like, well, that sucks. Some noble's gonna die.
No, that was the end goal.
It's like, I mean, Arson can have only so much sympathy for rich people.
Frankly, I'm surprised Arson's not more enthusiastic. The end goal is to kill 2 rich people.
I know, so that's kind of the reason why he's not really gonna get involved with that. He's like, you know what? Not my business. I ain't no snitch.
Yeah, I think with that we'll call for this week.
I feel like I should add Arson's still technically